getting at. Our job is to help you. We can't fix the problem for you. That's your job, to fix it. But we can help you to get to the solution. Now, once you get through the solution, our job is to help you to stay within the solution. But again, we can't fix the problem. That's what you were saying. You got to take your own responsibility. You got to say, hey, it's me. If I go back out here again, it's on me. And you're right. You're right on that. It is. It's on you. If you done gotten all the things to stay within the pros and you choose to follow the cons, you're right. It's on you.
But it's also like this too. I mean, I wake up every day, I ain't gonna lie, I drink beer or two. I wake up and I know I want to drink beer today. That was my decision. Ain't nothing triggered it. And then the next day I could wake up, I got beer in the fridge, I ain't gonna drink it today. I mean, it's just depends. I mean,
but you actually did give a trigger in your thoughts.
But I mean, yes, I do. I smoke, and I smoke like fake train.
Those triggers is your desire. It starts as a thought in your head, and because you don't cast that thought out, then you start to engage in it. Right. So in other words, you gave up one addiction, and you may be abusing another. It may not even have gotten to an addiction yet. Like I said,
that's no addiction. I mean,
right. That's what I was saying. It's
all mind over matter.
It's mind over matter. It is. It is definitely mind over matter.
I can want something this day, and I can go out and get it. Next day, you know, which has meds. I mean, you get me back on meds, I'm probably gone this time.
But what is actually
had me locked down.
What is actually going on is you giving up one addiction and then you start abusing another. It may not have gotten to the point of addiction. You just could be just abused. Because remember, we said there are abuse of drugs, alcohol, and cigarettes, and then there's addiction. So, but I understand what you're talking about. Okay, so we know that we have to get rid of the triggers. Yes. We know that. We have to get rid of the triggers. We know that we can't think about it. We can't think about it. Now, this is something that the Holy Spirit gave me. And I posted this on Facebook. And this is really, I know it's true because it came from the Holy Spirit. And what it says is, the moment the problem no longer occurred, it no longer existed. The situation, the effect, the outcome still exists, but not the problem. So in other words, whatever that stress is that caused you to smoke that cigarette, let's use cigarette in this case, that's whatever that stress was at that moment that caused you to want that cigarette, at the moment that you decide, I'm going to go and smoke this cigarette this time around, that problem is gone. That problem is gone because that problem is not the problem. The problem, as you said earlier, is the person that decides to do it. In other words, if I know that smoking don't just affect me, but it affects those around me, and I still choose to do it, then the problem ain't what causes me to smoke. The problem is me, my desire. See, when we think of killing, let's just be real with this. When we think of killing in the sense of somebody stabbing or beating them or shooting them. We look at killing in that sense. But do you realize that you are slowly, when you're smoking around someone or in the same household with them, you are slowly killing that person as well? I have a friend, and I'm not going to call her name, but I have a friend who ate good. She ate healthy. She did everything that, you know, a person who want to be well in their body should do. Drank plenty of water, everything. Exercise, did everything. And a couple of years ago, she suffered lung cancer. Not because she was a smoker, but because she was around smokers. And the effect affected her. And she ended up developing lung cancer. And she had to have part of her lungs cut out. and she's still going through the things to be healed from that. So
But did she not know to get out from around the smoker?
again, that goes back to third-hand smoke. If you're even in the house with smokers, it can still affect you.
Or if someone like, for instance, let's say I'm a smoker, then I was around Lot, and it got on her clothes, and then Lot comes around you.
Yep.
It still can affect you, even if I'm not around smoking around you.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep.
I know a few people I might take out.
Okay, so let's go over number 3, and then we're gonna close the camera part out, and then we're gonna go over our questionnaire. Okay, so we know that we need to get out from around those things that trigger. That includes our thoughts, right? Whenever we start thinking about it, we need to replace that thought. In other words, if you had a thought to drink, smoke, whatever, you need to replace it with something positive. And with that, we're going into that Thursday. That's the other part. That's the B side of Romans 12:2. And we're going into that Thursday. Replacing. But that is one of the things when you are trying to kill the desire, is to replace your intake. Replace your intake. In other words, when you used to take in those negative thoughts to bring up your stress level, to cause those dopamine, which is your pleasure, that's your pleasure feeling. So when you got that activated, which is causing you to want to use drugs, alcohol, or cigarettes, now you got to change that. So you got, in other words, you got to retrain your brain. So you got to replace your intake. Now, some of the ways to replace your intake is by changing your diet. Now we're not trying to say, hey, you ain't got to go to no treatment program. Treatment program is probably needed for some people, and some people they can do it cold turkey, and some people they might need some extra help. What we're saying is, this is what the Holy Spirit gave us to provide to people, a 4-week program that if you follow it, that you will be healed and delivered from your addiction. So the question becomes, well, why would the Holy Spirit lead you to do something like this? When they got treatment programs, they got centers and stuff that you can go to. Why would the Holy Spirit lead you to do something like this?